Hello, in the house for the Universal Hip Hop Museum. Why don't you tell me about it a little bit and your involvement?
Well, the Universal Hip Hop Museum is basically a project we've been trying to do and get off the ground for 4 years now. You know, a normal museum, I've done my research. They say a normal museum takes anywhere between 7 to 10 years to actually make happen. So we're in our 4th year and we've been blessed by having Microsoft come on board and sponsor a few events for us, and it's been wonderful. I definitely want to go in and thank them. But yeah, the whole idea behind the museum is to, you know, procure and acquire the information of our history and put it in one safe place. And of course, by securing our history, we have a lot of inspiration and motivation and just knowledge of where we're going and what we can expect for the future. So it's very, very important and meaningful. This whole Universal Hip Hop Museum is a very, very, very important thing for the West Coast and New York and for the rest of the country and for the world, because, you know, if you look at hip hop, it's been around for 40 plus years. And each city around America has its own history. And we need to procure that. We need to secure that. We need to make sure we can document the history so that it will be available for all the future generations. So that's our job, our mission, and we just thank God for the opportunity. And I'll see you guys soon. All right?
Yeah. Women in this game, it's like men have dictated to us how a woman should be represented in this hip hop. Okay? We know who we are as goddesses, queens, thugs, all of those many things. Now, back in the day, if you were a proper tribe, there was a female representative that you held on your shoulder highly. Where are you holding these women on your shoulder that are dope? I don't mean they just look sexy. I don't mean they can spit the verses that you write for them. I mean that are truly cold-blooded MCs. Put some of these females, including me, on your shoulder. Take them and show them off. Travel with these women. Because to me, it's a sword fight most of the time. I'm like,
behind when it comes to what we're doing right now. In Europe, the rest of the world, Japan, they study us. They study what we've done. I'll take you into someone's house right now over there that is a hip-hop museum already, you know, and I think that the education part of it is what we're doing here. It's a museum. You go to a museum to be educated, you know, to gather information and form an opinion on what you saw. And the rest of the world is already doing that because of the language barrier, the cultural barrier, because they always say, what does that mean? We live it already. To us, we hear a rap song, we like, yeah, I did that, I lived that. They say, what does that mean? What is that? So they're constantly being educated and asking questions, and that's the thing that we need to be mindful of here, that we're actually educating people.
The World Class Wreckin Cru, you may have heard of us. It also included Dr. Dre, DJ Yella, Ice Cube, Sir Jinx, and a few others. A lot of people don't know Ice Cube was actually a member of the Wreckin Cru along with Jinx. They kind of carried our crates around. They were roadies for us for a while. But we knew that wouldn't last because they were so dope. KD was also in that group. But I want to take a moment to acknowledge a few people before we get out of here, and also just remind those people that I went by and I talked to. I want you to remain. We're going to convene over here after we wrap this up. So I want to take a moment to acknowledge, first of all, the folks from Microsoft, Fred Warren over here. We got Shane, I forgot your last name, I'm sorry. Shane Morrison. Amy's around here somewhere, right? I thought I saw her earlier. And what's Amy's last name? Sorokas, right? Amy Sorokas. want to acknowledge her as well. And my man right here with the British accent.
British
Matt.
accent.
Yeah, Matt is here. Everybody give my hand round of applause. Microsoft has graciously decided to come in and help with this entire process because they believe in hip hop. And with that, I want to also take a moment to acknowledge the members of the Universal Hip Hop Museum. First from New York and Detroit. My man, actually I'm gonna save him for last, but we got Mike Ford over here, the hip hop architect.